everyone. Here is a 1983 Toyota Pickup, 4-wheel drive, finished in beautiful terracotta. I'm gonna go over what SoCal Vintage did to it and what makes this truck super special. We're gonna then take it on a test drive and you guys get to see everything that has been done to this beauty and what makes it such an iconic truck. This generation was originally introduced in 1979 and this body style carried up until 1983. So this is the final iteration of this particular body style. In 1979, the truck was introduced with a 20R, and that carried up until 1980. And in 1981, the truck received the 22R, which was famously known worldwide. And yeah, so this right here is a 1983. Throughout the years, they had different colors and different options you could get. This truck is a Deluxe, so they had two models. They had a SR5 and a Deluxe. Normally the Deluxes were the base trim. They didn't come with, or they came with options, but they were normally like added on options. So this one you're looking at has AC and power steering. However, there were some Deluxes that only had AC, or there were some Deluxes that had 0 options. So this one is kind of the best of both worlds because you're getting the Deluxe bench seat, which I will show you guys here in a little, but you are also getting the features and comforts as an SR5 truck would have had back then, including AC and power steering, which to nowadays are standard, but back then were options, and so it's really nice to have it. Here at SoCal Vintage, we, on all of our long beds for the most part, unless it's like a client request, we don't add any bumpers. And the reason being is because, I'll show you guys here in a sec, but the back end looks much better without the rear bumper. And our ideology is that these trucks are already so long with the long bed. I mean, they're not so long, but they're longer. And when you add the rear bumper, it kind of just makes it look a little bit wonky, if that makes sense. So we don't add them, but we could. We also get a lot of questions about pricing for beds. So here at SoCal Vintage, for the viewers who are not familiar, we restore and customize these first generation Toyota pickups. We also do second generation from 1984 to 1988, but primarily we're focused on this generation. And so we do get a lot of questions regarding pricing and regarding just different options, what trucks have what. And so our long beds typically range between $8,000 to $10,000 less than a short bed, and that's just due to it being long. So not saying that anything is different between this restoration and a short bed restoration. It's just the way that the market is. And we have implemented rhino lining in our beds because we do have a lot of customers who want to use their beds, right? It is a truck at the end of the day, and what is not the best thing to do than use your old cool truck for truck things, right? So we have been implementing rhino lined beds in our beds. We are also able to clear coat our beds, which make them look beautiful. However, that also kind of limits you to be placing things inside the bed because anything you place on the floor will scratch it just because it is clear coated. All right, let's talk about one of the best parts on these trucks, the engine. So what you're looking at is the original engine to this truck. This engine was previously rebuilt by the previous owner. And so when we took it in, we just did basic maintenance and ensuring that it's performing at optimal levels and at our standards. So what that involves is a brand new aluminum radiator. We also change all the fluids, make sure that everything's performing optimally, and do a compression testing. Make sure that each cylinder is within spec and there is no compression missing or a bad engine. Other options include a brand new crate 22R. Essentially, that's a brand new motor, brand new OEM Denso and Toyota components added onto the motor, and we will drop that in for you. With that package, we will also include an engine respray. So your engine bay will be resprayed in the body color, which makes it look fantastic, obviously. This one retains the original color. However, there is not much of a difference just because it is the same terracotta color. It's a little bit faded because it is from the 80s, right? But no, it does not look bad at all. Now, one of the best parts about the truck, where you're gonna be spending the most time in it, is the interior. We do pretty much everything in the interior. We do the seats, carpet, headliner, dash. We respray the frame of the dashboard. We also do the steering wheel, door panels, floor mats. The inside of the cab gets resprayed. So you're practically looking at a brand new interior for this 1983 Toyota pickup. This is as close as we can get it to when it rolled off the showroom. Down to the leather that we use, and the tweed and cloth is as close as a match from the Toyota factory cloth and tweed that they use. Now, when you build a truck with us, you have many options. You can add the bucket seats that were offered in the SR5 models. You can add the bench seat in SR5 trucks, which is quite a common request for us. Seat options, there are 3 seat options. There are 2 different styles of benches, one with the center console, which kind of splits up the 2 bottoms as buckets and then has the bench top. There's also a full bench. So this, instead of the center console being here, it is a seat that kind of cuts in halfway. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed at the beginning of the video, however, I did have the lights on. And so this truck in particular, we have H4 headlights. So in every truck we install H4 headlight housings. But in this truck we installed LED lights. So every light you see is an LED light. All right, now for the good part. Let's take it for a ride and show you guys how it drives. All right, taking her for a spin now. Such a nice ride quality. Super tight gears, brand new brakes, clutch was replaced as well. In every transmission we do, we rebuild them. So this has a brand new rebuilt 5-speed transmission. Deluxe trucks came in 5 and 4-speed, so you can find some 4-speed trucks out there. There's no real preference between the two. Both transmissions drive equally the same and have a good amount of torque in the gears. I will say though that in the 5-speed, you find yourself kind of shifting a little bit more than the 4-speed, just because you have to find the right gear if you're going up a hill. While in the 4-speed, if you're in 4th gear, it's kind of like an overdrive 4th gear, and so it's quite long, and the gear ratios are a little bit longer. On the 5-speed, they're a little bit shorter, so you are kind of switching between the gears a little bit more. This truck, as I mentioned, comes with AC, and the AC is functioning in this, and quite cold. You also have the RetroSound Vintage head unit, so it has Bluetooth, aux, FM, and AM. So you can answer phone calls. We incorporated a microphone right here. I don't know if you can tell. So you can answer phone calls, and the person on the other line can hear you. Leather wrapped steering wheel. These are refurbished. And you got your 3 horn buttons on either side. What else? As you can tell, dashboard looks great. Headliner as well. Solid truck. This truck is currently listed for sale in San Diego, California. The asking price is $45,000. You can find more information about the truck at SoCalVC.com or SoCal_VC on every platform. If you have any questions, you can email us, and we would be happy to answer. We obviously have trucks like this for sale, and we also offer custom builds. So if you would want a truck like this in another color, in a different option, maybe short bed, we also offer a 3-inch lift kit. So anything you would want, we can build it. Yeah, I appreciate you sticking around. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.